Welcome to You Hate to Hear It, where three musicians listen to a song, we watch the music video, we discuss the artist, we wade through the instrumentation and the music, and then we try to decide how we feel about it. I'm Brian.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Andrew.
Whoa, good job with the names, guys.
Yeah,
we are three musicians who know their own names. Hooray!
Yeah, we are not Let's Get It Started today.
No, we are getting this
right off the bat.
This started,
Right.
Getting this started on the right foot.
Which is not even the song we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are we talking about then?
We're talking about Humps by Black Eyed Peas. You know, the world was just when the world was young and the world was new, and the land on the very surface, the skin of the earth that we call the continents, was still cooling. A band came along and they impressed us so much with the music that collectively everyone in the whole entire world gave the jack off motion. It was a time when humanity was a little bit united, except for wedding DJs who were like, we are going to be playing this band's music a lot.
Oh, boy.
But they're a special breed.
They are.
When you were kind of painting that picture, Brian, I was picturing like the beginning of The Lion King. You're like the like the sun rising over like the African plain. Yeah.
And then, a baboon just holds up Fergie and she just pees on her.
No. I think the baboon would pick up Fergie and then throw her off of like the giant monolith that it's standing on. Being like, next.
Nice. I was thinking of that. What was that stop motion movie that just came out? Like Angry Gods or something like that.
Mad God.
Mad God. I was just thinking about just a bunch of drooling, fucking gigantic creatures,
Claymation monsters,
just jerking their seed into the earth, and these foul black-eyed pea creatures sprouted from the ground and started shaking their humps.
Little faceless people were just worshiping this giant altar, and all of a sudden, who appears? It's Will.I.am and Fergie, the new gods of the earth.
Oh.
But they started in like 1988. They took a long time to really like rise to prominence.
Wow.
And find themselves, I guess, as the commercial product that was going to go for like all quads and just make everybody want to buy whatever they were selling.
Mm-hmm.
Fergie was also not the first female vocalist that they had. Female is not actually the way I like to talk about women. It was a woman vocalist, and I am not finding her name right now because who really gives a shit? But when they got with Fergie and they really took the band in a direction of like, what we're gonna do now is make like super ultra pop songs. You know, when this band started, they had a name that was something like Tribal Authentique or some shit like that. Like right out of college, like it was Apple the App and Will.I.am, and they wanted to make like super underground, like really grassroots hip hop.
Tribal Nation.
Thank you. That's I think I'm not gonna actually, never mind. I was just gonna say, I think Apple the App is Native American. Like, am I wrong about that?
I don't know, but it's spelled so weird. APL.de.ap. They have a lot of strange DJ Motivate with the MOTIV number 8. Mookie Mook. And it was Will 1X before it was Will.I.am, I guess.
Or Will 9 in the Roman numerals.
Okay.
Well, probably 1X.
Yeah, Will 1X.
They had like, it was a little bit of what was that band that did like the digital God fucking damn it, I should have looked this up beforehand. But they were like that hip hop band with like two guys and a girl, and they had like bum, ba-da, cool like that. I'm cool like that.
Yeah. Not Tone Loc, but shit.
Let's cool like that.
There we go.
Diggable Planets.
Yeah.
And so I think like originally that was kind of like the vibe, like that they were kind of going for, like we are more like jazz, very like Afrocentric hip hop, like very like grassroots based in the community. and then having it evolve to, you know, when they're doing Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night and all the other amazing songs from this album, they're like, let's be as fake and stupid as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let's just get it started.
And that they did. Maybe not in so many words at first. They had to reimagine that track.
They did. They to have it. Well, the original song, Let's Get It R Word, which I personally find offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Not a word that I find in my vocabulary, but like then they changed that song because the NBA was like, we will definitely use this in like commercials and like starting our NBA like programs. Like we'll have it, but we can't say that word.
Yup.
Yeah.
And I think that really marked a sea change for this band. That was the moment where it's okay, we're going full commercial press. People actually are listening to us in droves, and let's just get shittier and shittier.
It's a lot like when the Doors went on the Ed Sullivan show. You know? And Ed Sullivan's like, you guys gotta change some of these lyrics. They're really sexual. Except the NBA's like, you gotta change some of these lyrics. They're really offensive to intellectually incapacitated or disabled people. Like, all right, yeah, sure, no, we'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, this has got to be one of the first instances of a band that like got worse by being less offensive.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Anal Cunt had a album that they did with some of the Muppets from Sesame Street, which they had to kind of tone down. It still worked.
I always thought it was pronounced Analkun.
Analkun.
Oh boy! All right, let's get into it then.
So, what do you guys think about this song? When was the first time you guys heard "My Humps" by the Black Eyed Peas, released in 2005 on the album Monkey Business? Winner of many awards, Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals. I like that. That's a great category. By a duo or group with vocals. Just, or whatever.
It's casting a wide net there.
Yeah.
This was another time during that era, like I just was so tuned out of this kind of trash that I couldn't tell you a place or a time where I heard it. I just knew it was out there in the ether. Let's Get It Started was everywhere. I couldn't avoid that. I heard that song, but this one, nah, it didn't track for me at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was basically like the line, not necessarily like it was like all the junk in the trunk. You know, all of a sudden that fucking phrase was everywhere.
We were talking about junk in the trunk.
Yeah.
And 40-year-old Virgin had that great little moment with where he's talking to that woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was great.
I hope you got a big trunk because I'm gonna put my bike in it.
And she's like,
yeah. But yeah, I'm like Ryan. I can't necessarily say when I heard this because I was definitely not listening to top 40 at all at this time. I mean, but I was going to parties, you know, in college. I was definitely like junior year of college when this song came out. And I know that I heard it. It's just so bad. One of those songs, even like for a house party when you can't hear lyrics and stuff like that, you can just automatically recognize that like, oh, this whole room just got a little bit worse.
A little sadder.
A little, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this party just got started a little bit.
I think, honestly, Peanut Butter Jelly Time had more weight in my life than this song.
This song would come on, people like, do you want to talk about Hurricane Katrina?
Yeah.
Instead
Bush hates black people.
He did.
Back when Kanye West was okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, in a lot of ways, we kind of missed 2005. We kind of missed the early 2000s. I think we didn't know how good we had it. But in the other way, like the pop music was so fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was so terrible. The fact that this became a song that like was a trampoline that jumped this really shitty band into stardom that we couldn't get away from forever. You know, 2005 is when this one comes out. And then they end up doing like the Super Bowl halftime show, like way past their prime.
Yeah.
And then a few years later they had Boom Boom Pow and Pump It Harder and Where's the Love, and they had a ton of hits. people could not stop listening to the Black Eyed Peas.
No. And when they did, then you had Fergie just doing her solo thing to keep it going. It just never ends.
Which, if you played the song, just the music from this, and you played just the music from Fergalicious, and you're like, put a gun to my head, and you're like, Brian, choose which one is my Humps. Like, I'd be like, well, like, I guess just bury me with my blankie and my teddy bear.
Tell my family that I love them.
Yeah. Well, should we check out this awesome music video? See what we think?
I bet it's gonna be so horny, guys. Get your boners ready.
I'm gonna turn off my camera while we watch this video.
There could be nothing sexier as describing a woman's curves as her humps.
I prefer hillocks.
Yeah.
My hillocks.
The testicles are easy to examine. They make a lot of sense when you do examine them. What are you feeling for? You're feeling for nodules? You're feeling for enlargement of the testicle? You're looking for sort of a full feeling down there. Sometimes you get fluid. And what a lot of folks don't think about, which is important, is you actually get sensitivity of the breast.
I'm stifling laughter. I'm shocked and appalled. I'm apoplectic. I'm at a loss for words. This is true entropy of American culture, in my opinion, just wrapped up into one nice little music video bow. It's taking all the romance out and replacing it with cash for ass. It's showcasing the worst traits of sexual politics. I hate it so much. I hate it so much more than when we started this podcast like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I love the idea of making subtext text because I love when pop music does that because it's always just so stupid. It's just like the lyrics are literally like, I have a butt. I have boobs. You should buy me stuff. Like and that is just absolutely just subtext becoming text and just like, this is how it works.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the blueprint.
Yeah. The song could be so much more if it was like satirical, but it's not. It takes itself very seriously. Yeah. If it was critiquing, like, I don't know, if it was just a satire on, women.
Well, in that time, there was a ton of songs about how cool it was to have a really big butt in really tight jeans.
Yeah.
And describing like the way that like you must even have to work to get those jeans on. You probably had to lay on the bed to put them on.
Yeah.
Right? That was a song too. Like, and we were talking a lot about butts. But you know what we weren't talking about? How to keep those butts clean. And that's why this podcast is brought to you by my new bidet company. No matter how big or juicy your butt is, my Brian's bidets will get up in that crack and keep it clean. Hey, you know what? If you got poop on your arm, what would you do? Would you wipe it off with a little piece of paper? No, you wouldn't. You would use water. And that's what my bidets do. They shoot water up into that crack. And I don't care how deep that crack is, miles deep. How much junk do you have in that trunk? We are going to get up between all that junk. And I don't care. Actually, you know, one thing I'm left confused by with the song was, are humps butts or boobs?
So humps are butts and lumps are boobs.
Humps are butts, lumps are boobs. This is not the vocabulary that I use when I'm in my amorous love play with my wife.
Yeah.
Oh no, do you say instead, what you gonna do with all that breast inside your shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Oh,
that was great. I would like to continue. I would like him to kind of continue down that lyrical path and be like, my gonads.
Yeah. I mean, this is just like, I really wish, I know we've talked about Weird Al before, but like, I feel like Weird Al could just do so much with this song.
I think he probably was just like, too easy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Give me a challenge.
This reminds me a little bit of our Riff Raff episode, just naming out all these different fucking products: Dolce & Gabbana, Fendi, Donna,
Seven Jeans, True Religion.
A lot of these companies like kind of don't exist anymore, which is really funny.
Yeah, I do. I remember Seven Jeans, like one of the first times that I probably ever saw a pair of jeans that was like over $100 or something. And I was like, what? That's ridiculous. And like, Yeah.
and you bottom right up.
And yeah, and I brought him right up.
And your butt looked so fucking juicy.
My brother and I were talking about this just the other day about fashion and how just shitty it was in the 90s and 2000s. It really hasn't been as good as the 70s. And I don't know if it's going to be as good until we get back into that Dazed and Confused, super tight jeans where that scene, when they're like pulling the zipper up with pliers to get it to button.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
People look good in the 70s, and they didn't need this fucking trash to sell it.
Ryan, I have a real problem with you blaming the jeans. The jeans are not the problem with this video.
No,
these jeans were great. Why did we move jeans to jeans had to cover your belly button?
The mom jeans of the 80s.
I mean, I think it's great in a lot of ways, but also like, wasn't it great when just like your butt crack and the top of your pubic hair were like coming out of your jeans, and that's just the way that it was.
It was great for your bidet business, all that filth getting in there over the day, sitting on the bus.
Yeah, they're way too protected now.
Your butt crack just fucking wiping up and down the seat.
You gotta use water, guys. It's not enough just to wipe, okay?
Oh, like I feel bad. Like if I just heard this song with no context, not knowing who it was, I'd be like, is there a fund I can donate to like help this poor person learn like how to speak?
Yeah.
It's a serious dearth of vocabulary.
Well, yeah. And so the video is essentially just like they're in like a gray room, right? And like she's kind of just like moving and gyrating, and obviously her butt has taken a starring role. And then Will.i.am kind of comes in and like has words about what he's seeing. He's obviously very turned on, and that's when he just digs deep into his reservoir of hot things to say to a woman. Your breasts. I really like your breasts.
Either that or she's got me spending money.
Yep. I just love that because it's like if you ask Data from Star Trek The Next Generation to like go hit on that woman, I love your breasts. They are so attractive to me.
Yeah. And the cut between it's like girls are in their jeans and they're like on top of some like really nice luggage or showing off their purse, and then like cut to the dudes, they're on a motorcycle or like in front of like a Mercedes or some shit.
Yeah.
It's just like boys have these toys, girls have these.
Boys have cars, boys have motorcycles, girls have butts, girls have boobs. Figure it out, okay?
Yeah. And that, I mean, that's it, right? That's the video.
Seriously, yes, yeah,
pretty much it. Like,
yeah.
Well, there's that one moment where like Apple really gives just like a hard glare to the camera, where you kind of know, like he's just like, I know this sucks, everyone.
Yeah,
he's kind of saying, he's like, Grandma, if you're watching, this wasn't my idea.
Yeah.
Your new house is coming off this paycheck. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm sorry you made it this far in the video.
Wasn't that guy in the tank top doing the like chest bump? Wasn't he sort of a meme for a while? Wasn't that like a thing people
Yeah. I like that part because he's just like he looks at himself, he's just like, you know what, men have humps too.
Let me pop it. Yeah, he's popping his man lumps pretty good, honestly.
God, I would love those man lumps.
I did enjoy like the like mixing milk with the Cocoa Puff part. That part was pretty.
What? Yeah. Explain that to me.
I think it's definitely something about white women and black men getting together. Maybe
was that supposed to be at this time like a very radical concept or something? Like,
yeah,
thought we were past that.
Right, to bring it back, wasn't that Star Trek in like 1968 or some shit? Like,
oh yeah, well he kissed Uhura, but it was kind of they kind of undid it. It was a little bit like it was a little bit like, this is the one time this is gonna happen, everyone.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Oh yeah, no, like it's very important to remember that this was in 2005, so this is pre-Obama. So racism still existed, and then racism went away after Obama got elected.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we did. I'm glad that we got rid of that because I'm not down with it at all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's really.
Hey, you know what? People of different races, I think it's cool if you want to fall in love with each other. I think it's totally neato.
Absolutely. Yep.
Taking a strong stance.
Yep. I think it's less cool if you think the only way to have a relationship is just to spend a bunch of money to get those lumps. But you do you.
But she also says, well, we don't need to do lyrics. What do you guys think about the beat? I mean, essentially, this is just a hip hop song, right?
Mhm.
It's masquerading it a little bit as an R&B song, but no one really. I mean, she kind of sings, but like it's a hip hop beat that has what I was trying to categorize. I was trying to figure out like exactly how I feel about that, like do 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 do. It's like if Johnny Quest like lands in Egypt, like he'll get off the plane and they'll play that. Like it's kind of a I don't know. It feels a little problematic to me.
Yeah, that mysterious Eastern vibe.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only melody line in the whole thing. The rest is just percussion, you know.
Do.
Which has been done way better in many more songs.
That song. Remember that song that we did in our band where like it was about those. It was the twins. God damn it, I can't remember the name, but it was like my dick.
What?
And that's a great song.
My cum gutters. My cum.
No,
my gutters.
No, the song is "Wait till you see my dick." Wait till you see my dick. Wait till you see my dick.
Yeah, you don't remember this one, Andrew? It charted in Europe, but it didn't really put up the numbers here in the US.
Yeah, German people are like, wow, I can't wait to see this guy's dick. Must be so cool. Ausgezeichnet.
I did. I mean, the beat is this song in that respect reminded me a lot of throwback to episode number 2, I believe, Miss Gwen Stefani, and how just like the song is very flat all the way through, and like there's not really much that happens in it, you know.
Did Pharrell have a little bit of something to do with this? Has anyone dug deep on the Wikipedia? Normally we research guys a little bit, but this one just didn't really make anyone want to click anything on the internet.
No.
Get away as soon as you possibly can.
I'm definitely watching all of this in private mode, that's for sure. I don't want any of this like tracking.
Oh no. Now I'm gonna get nonstop hump videos. Oh,
seriously, yeah.
Now my YouTube is filled with videos about camels.
That's a little better.
I think this has got some good Wikipedia worthwhile. Music critics responded negatively to my humps. No fucking shit. Whoa. Deeming it a repetitive and puerile form of sexual titillation. Nailed it, critics. Good job. The song garnered comparisons to Khalees's 2003 hit Milkshake. Actually, I love that song, so fuck off.
And that is a Pharrell track. Like, we talked about that song in Gwen Stefani, because like that song came out before Holla Back Girl, and they're both Pharrell songs, and Milkshake actually hits.
Yeah, so, if you want to listen to a song about a girl talking about just like how like mind-changing, like life-changingly orgasmic a sexual encounter with her would be, like Milkshake is the song that you should listen to.
Yeah. It passes the smell test of like, do I want to actually repeat these lyrics myself aloud around anybody? And like Milkshake, yeah, absolutely. And it's cool. This, I would be worried I would get fucking carted off somewhere to a padded room.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of comes back to the same fucking thing every time. If you walk up to a woman and you just start saying any of this shit, it's really not going to fly. Whoa, you've got really cool humps. Wow, cool breasts. They're like, are you an alien from another planet? Do you know how to woo? This is not this. Like, we've decided this as a culture, like from Shakespeare. If you want to talk about a woman's breast and butt and vagina, what you need to do is come up with kind of some clever metaphor.
That's true. Yep. You really just gotta, what could we call it? That's not quite so overt. It's a little bit more clever.
And then will.i.am's like, breasts are kind of like a camel's humps. Like,
yeah.
Like, why don't we just call them that?
It's kind of like a lump that's just like on your chest.
They're such cool. I love those lumps that women have. Do you mean her boobs and her butt, or what are you talking? Yeah, those lumps, like how like a woman's not like a flat plane.
Yeah,
how she has like stuff that like goes up and down. So
Yeah.
cool.
This song definitely left a lump on my chest, but it
God.
doesn't smell right.
I'm gonna need to go to like an oncologist and have a couple of my lumps removed after this. You know, when you talk about a lump, you think like, oh, you have a lump? Oh, you like that's if someone tells me that like I'll maybe I'm getting a little bit too personal, but like men, you gotta, do a little testicular check, especially if you're getting up in age. If you find a lump and you're like telling your doctor, well, I need to come in because I found a lump and I need to get some imaging done on it so we can make sure that I'm not don't have cancer or whatever. Like that's a lump is a very like clinical thing.
Yeah,
like it's
not,
true. It's just they picked the most unsexy word for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously. Yeah. Yeah.
You guys want to take oh, sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, like briefly after this song came out, Will.i.am changed his name briefly to Mam O Graham. And
oh, that's cool. In like October.
Yeah. He was offering free lump checks after this
great.
song came out. So
there we go. Cool public service.
Very important. Yeah. Well, in that case, my mind has changed.
Jesus. You want to take a guess at how many views this song has on YouTube?
I haven't seen. I'm going to guess 11.5 million.
Nice. Andrew?
Going
higher.
Go higher. Oh, it's got 30 million.
Nice. Good guess. No, 743 fucking million views.
Yeah.
Ryan, get my gun. I'm done with being on this planet now.
I'm done with owning these lumps. I'm just going to take my progeny out of the picture.
Hey, I'll take my lumps.
Hey, nice.
I mean, like I'm reading through some of the comments in this music video, and I'm amazed by how many are still so positive, even the more common one or like the more recent ones.
Dude, I think that something happened to YouTube. Okay, like you can't say anything bad about a video.
Yeah, unless it's Leah Kate, apparently.
But still all the shit about her was just like, you got me through a really hard time with flipping me off and telling me singing me a song about how you fucked a baby and let him come inside you.
Oh my God. Dude, Andrew, is there one of those in this comments? This got me through a really hard time in my life. I was super sad after the funeral, but then I remembered I had humps.
There's definitely like this one from @SageBerry7956. As a child, this was one of my favorite songs, and now that I listen as an adult, I really had some taste.
Sage,
yeah,
you go, girl.
Yeah,
I think if people love this song, that's great. I just don't. I think it's dumb.
Yeah, or like here we go from 2 months ago @PowAsmerVlog. Okay, sure.
@AppleDiac.
Yeah, but it's. So here's the comment. It's 2023. This song is not getting old. I never get tired to play, even for how many years or decade will pass. Such a great masterpiece during my childhood days.
Masterpiece. Okay. That word gets thrown around a lot these days, doesn't it?
Apparently, yeah. I hate to keep hearing these people saying how they're listening to it as children and like what it did to their poor, malleable brains at that point in their life.
Yeah. Seriously.
Oh no.
This was my favorite song to dance to in my child beauty pageant days.
Oh God.
No comment.
No.
Shut it down. Yeah.
What happened to those just sweet little vaguely racist songs that we grew up with that were just nice and happy tunes?
I'm sure they're still. Yeah.
No kidding.
Come, Mr. Tallyman. Oh, God damn it.
Ryan, you can't sing it like that. But actually, R.I.P. to
Harry Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte. He actually did not speak that way. He kind of adopted who's the guy who was in Get Out? That actor?
Daniel Wembyama.
Yeah. Let's make sure that we actually are saying that right.
Yeah.
But I was watching an interview with him, and he was saying like how like every black person has a great like African accent that they can do. And he would just like turn it on, and then like a year later he was in Black Panther like doing the exact same thing. And I think for white people it's probably like the British accent, right?
Absolutely. Yes, definitely. And sorry, his name is Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
Yes, Daniel Kaluuya.
He is so fucking amazing. He's so good.
Yeah. Who's it? Sam Richardson does a pretty good, was it Nigerian accent in Ted Lasso?
Yes.
That dude's
yes,
hilarious, man.
Definitely. He is hilarious.
Yeah.
That was such a good, unexpected role. I enjoyed that a lot. So, yep.
Or not Nigeria, but yeah, from Africa.
No, yeah, he was. Oh no, maybe from Kenya. But it was all about Sam playing on the Nigerian team. But maybe he was from Kenya. It's something along those lines.
He wanted to start the Casablanca League.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think the reason that we're talking about this is because it's so weird to bring up like the race thing with the cocoa and the chocolate and the chocolate milk. Like what I don't even remember what the lyrics are, but like
yeah, like mix your milk with my Cocoa Puffs.
Like that's such a strange like veer for the song that it just kind of just goes just really off the rails. And like when you think about the Black Eyed Peas and most of their work, it's really it's actually like I like how you were talking about like the post Obama, like it really is post Obama. It's post like racial. It's in that moment where people were just like, I don't care. Like people, it like all art we love artists. We love the music that they make. We're not really that focused on the communities that they come from. And there's some good things about that, and then there's some bad things about that. Like Black people should be heard, their music should be heard, their communities like should be represented in music, and like we should like they should have no fear of like injecting their culture into like the zeitgeist. But this band really kind of, one cool thing about it is like, especially in their most popular period, is just like it's a band with like a white lady and a Black MC, and like they're really seeming to vibe and like making just really, I mean, their songs are totally positive, they're apolitical, they're really just about getting parties started and getting weddings ended.
Yeah, just don't think, just spill it all out under a beat. It also kind of reminds me of the era in like the late 80s where they thought they solved racism, so all of a sudden all these like comedy action films just had like a white and black duo where the white guy's like saying the N-word like 10 times throughout the film. It's like, it's fine now.
Shit.
Like we solved this problem. It's just like, well, it's not gonna look that way looking back.
You took the wrong lesson.
Yeah.
Yep. At least Mel Gibson didn't do that on screen in Lethal Weapon. So
no, only on Cop Cam.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
It's too bad. I love that movie. So
yeah, and it's a bummer, you know, like the kind of tensions, especially the racial tensions that we are going through again today. Maybe it's good in that it's at the forefront, and you know the problem can be addressed when it's so public and visual. But I don't know, man, it bums me out where we're at.
I kind of love this song a little bit for like the fact that if someone heard especially that part about the cocoa and the chocolate and the milk, like that, like if you were a total racist, that would probably just make your heart explode. And that's great. I hope that fucks up somebody's day if they hear that.
Yeah, same. That's about the best thing we can say about this fucking song.
This is just absolute garbage. But it is just so hot and sexy, right? Just to think about lumps on people.
Yeah.
You know, if you have a lump, get it drained.
That's right.
She was in one of my favorite movies, that zombie Robert Rodriguez movie that was in the duo
From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah. No.
This is why I should write it down.
Yeah.
So she's in that, and she gets bit by a zombie, and she's kind of like dying and stuff, and like she does a really kick-ass job. And that movie is full of awesome stuff. But one of my favorite lines from that movie
is it Machete?
Machete was one of the ads from that movie, along with Thanksgiving, where a deranged killer humps decapitated grandma. Planet Terror. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, all those grindhouse. Yeah.
But like in that movie there's a great part where like a guy comes in with just like this big boil. And one like this fat doctor is like, he's like, all abscesses must be drained. And,
So
and
gross.
I go back to that all the time. I was hanging out with my aunt and she was talking about something that she's a nurse and she was talking about something that she like saw at work and she's like, yeah, and this person comes in with this big abscess and I just say like, all abscesses must be drained. And she's like, yes, exactly. That's true. How do you know that?
As a personal aside, I'm pretty sure that was the last time I ever ate calamari was during that film. Planet
Oh,
Terror.
Mamma Mia. That was a good choice.
Yeah, you know, just like taking a mouthful of that while like the guy's like balls are getting tossed across the room. It just
Oh God.
that was it. That was it for me.
Oh, I don't want to watch it now because I love calamari too much.
No. It's not like it doesn't look like calamari. It looks like a fake plastic rubber testicle.
Yeah, but still the association. Honestly, it's for the best. We shouldn't be eating octopi or squiddies. They're our friends. They're smarter than
right.
Fergie, that's for fucking sure.
Aw. Well, one last thing I'll say about Fergie is a lot of people when they talk about her is they talk about the time that she peed her pants on stage. And my wife just wanted me to mention, when you're a woman, it's sometimes it's really hard. Like a sneeze, a laugh. And she was probably belting it out.
Mhm.
And like, let's not make fun of people that just accidentally pee their pants. It could happen to anybody. It could happen to you,
That's true.
Andrew.
It could, and it has.
And I'm peeing my pants right now in solidarity with Fergie.
Gross.
Well, I'm in the laundry room.
That's true.
Throw it right in the washing machine right there.
Let's give our final judgments on this.
You're gonna
one,
have to edit a lot of crap out of this episode.
It's fine. We're going hard in the paint, man. It's to be expected.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Do you want to touch all my lumps, my lovely little bumps, or do you want to let's ignore this lump? It's probably fine. Or should we go into the emergency room tonight to have some of these lumps drained?
Yeah, I'm definitely going for the full on lumpectomy. Yeah, I'm getting this lump removed.
But they're so lovely.
I'm afraid that draining isn't going to be enough. Like this lump needs to be completely separated from my body, and all measures should be taken to ensure that it never comes back again.
Doctor, do you have a blowtorch?
Yeah, exactly.
Second that. I need an immediate lumpiotomy, except my lumps have retracted all the way up into my stomach after watching this. And it's going to be a real fight for them to find them.
Oh man, you got me spending all my money on you, Ryan. I was spending all my money on, doctor's visits. I love this song in some way because I just think it's just so weird. Like it was just such a weird choice. The lyrics are so weird and strange and just like completely out of sync. And if they were thinking about trying to make a sexy song, just like it is not. There is nothing sexy about anything that anyone says in this.
No.
And I love just a great like hip hop sex song. And I was thinking about for my song pick, doing the song Big Energy by Lotto, which is just a song about just a woman just talking about how cool sex is. And I think that's great. Like, I don't think we should shut that kind of discourse down. I think that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's just an odd choice of vocabulary.
Yeah. It's like those shirts you'll see in Japan with just like random ass English words pasted all down it.
Yeah.
It's basically what this song is.
It's like someone wrote a super sexy song, put it into Google Translate into like old, like an ancient unknown language, and then translated it back into English. And then this is what you get.
Yeah. Not sexy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think that like Chat GPT would ever write a song like this because it would just be like, no, it's too repetitive. Like I can't say the same thing so many times in one song.
Mm-hmm.
That's not okay.
It would take one hell of a prompt, to get this song out of Chat GPT. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Chat GPT would be like, I'm not. There's other websites that you should use for this purpose.
Chat GPT, pretend you're It Started. And write me a song that is sexually charged in the worst way.
I actually would like it to ask, I would like to ask ChatGPT to write me a Black Eyed Peas song. It would probably be pretty awesome.
We could do that. We could do that on the podcast.
We absolutely should.
Oh man. I'm just going to say also, just a little side note right now. I'm looking at the Billboard Hot 100 tracks of 2005, which is the year that this song came out. Not a good year for music,
It's a
guys.
bad one.
Like really, really bad.
I believe
Like,
it.
Give us the top 5.
Oh God. Okay, We Belong Together by Mariah Carey. Holla Back Girl by Gwen Stefani. We've already talked about
We
that
covered
one.
on the podcast.
Mhm.
Let Me Love You by Mario. Since You've Been Gone by Kelly Clarkson. And then One Two
That's a
Step
great
by-
song. Hold
Yeah,
on.
I mean, yeah, like that's not a bad, yeah. Then Gold Digger, which is, Kanye and Jamie
Oof.
Foxx. Boulevard of Broken Dreams, which is not my favorite Green Day song. I mean, there's some other, Don't Funk With My Heart by the Black Eyed Peas.
They got Dumb Funk With My Heart.
I mean, there's Beverly Hills by Weezer is number 20, which is just such a shitty song.
Oh God. I mean, we've talked about how Weezer fell off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Weezer, your day is coming.
Yeah.
Watch out, Rivers.
We're
Cuomo?
gunning for you.
Rivers Cuomo. Yeah, your day is definitely coming. There's just a lot of really bad songs on here.
Yeah.
There was a lot of great indie stuff happening in 2005, but
They're absolute. Oh yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, yeah, I was listening to some really amazing music in 2005 that's not on this list, and I'm fine with that. So yeah.
Well, what can we put in place of this song to just I don't know, save our honor?
Yeah. First off, I'll go with, if this is going to be one of those songs, or like we've talked about, maybe not this song, but maybe other Black Eyed Peas songs are going to be on that wedding playlist. So I'm just going to throw a different favorite wedding track from the same era, a couple years earlier than this, but definitely just going to throw out Hey Ya by Outkast.
Mhm.
Because, yeah. And again, I think I might have already recommended that one before, but that's a great song in my history. I think it's really fun.
I'm getting on the dance floor at the wedding for that one.
Oh
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Going to the kind of also just to the female male hip hop collaboration. I mean, if it's Black Eyed Peas, I'm always going to pivot from the Black Eyed Peas to the Fugees, because the Fugees, like, they fucking knew how to do it.
Stole
And
mine.
so yeah, there's plenty of Fugees to go around. So
Phrasing.
I'll leave it at those two for now. I mean, I got several written down here, but those are my top 2, I'd say.
Nice.
So yeah.
Man, I miss Lauryn Hill. Man, she had some fucking bangers. That's her solo career. Jesus
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
that Miseducation album was so fucking
good.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
That was I just have one simple recommendation. Don't listen to this song ever. Instead, dig back in the crates and check out Foolish by Ashanti. It's got a super awesome piano line and just really smooth beat with some snaps in it, and Ashanti can sing her ass off. She sounds great. It's just way more romantic, even if it's like not overtly selling ass for cash or products. It's great. Check it out. Foolish, Ashanti.
There we go.
I think mine is going to be one that I almost wanted to do for the podcast, but after listening to it and watching the video like a couple times, I was just like, actually, I'm digging this.
Yes.
It's Lotto, Latto, Big Energy.
Let's go.
That is a horny song, and I fucking love it. It's just a woman just embracing the horniness of just being a human being, and it's fucking fantastic. And the video is so great. The
Mhm.
video has all kinds of these weird comps with like Lotto like turning into like a little like piece on a big roulette table, and her boobs are dice, and then she becomes like a bug, and her boobs are like ladybugs. It's so fucking awesome. Just like that, you could tell they were having so much fun, and the video is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like it is great.
Yeah. Oh, my lumps just came back. They fell out of my stomach thinking about that. Thank God.
Nice. Yay.
Yeah, it's hot and it's sexy. It's great. And also, Lotto is just, she is just awesome.
Yeah.
Like she just steps on a guy with her foot and just dominates him. It's amazing. It is sweaty and hot and horny. And if that's what you want out of a song, then that's what you're going to get. You're not going to have to hear any weird, I don't know, like whatever this was. Like it's the I'll just say, I'm not going to talk about the word that she used to describe people's genitals. You can listen to that for yourself, but she uses the right words.
Yeah, well said. Agreed.
All right. Well, I love it. All right. Well, don't forget, y'all, if you ever want to get in touch with us, you can find us all the time at YHTHI Podcast on Twitter, or you can send us anything you want to yhthi.podcast@gmail.com.
First
Well, can I
responder
just-
gets a free bidet coupon from Brian's
That's
Bidets.
Yeah, like if you want to send us a little email story, we would really love to hear that. What's a time that you felt like that like your life was affected because your butt wasn't clean enough?
Yeah, nice. Yep. Or what are your preferred, do you like when people compliment your humps and your lumps, or like,
Yeah.
is there
Maybe
another word?
maybe that's your go-to.
Yeah.
What was the weirdest thing somebody's ever called your breasts? Let us
Oh,
know.
hell yeah. I would love to hear that. Or your penis or your butt or whatever.
Your taint. We'll take it all. Just let us know.
No rules, just right.
And until then, thank you so much for listening to You Hate to Hear It. I'm Andrew.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Brian. Thanks for listening.
Clean your hillocks.